AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your favorite light-skinned guy. I think I heard my brother in the building. Listen, please let me know. Oh, man, listen, he's in the building. Fabian is in the building. If you can come on the screen, come on. If not, understandable. First and foremost, good evening, everybody. It's your favorite light-skinned guy. AllBall is in the building. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a beautiful Friday. Hopefully your weekend is great. But listen, man, we got some things we want to tackle, some topics we want to discuss. And for me, the first thing I want to discuss is my Knickerbockers. Lord have mercy. Show Quan, what up? We got everybody pulling up in the building. Y'all know the drill, man. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend. AllBall TV, we are in the building. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. My brothers couldn't be here today. Fabian and Flea, they had some things to take care of. But your favorite guy is here. And we're going to discuss some things. I got 3 topics I want to discuss tonight. And y'all know how we do. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Good evening, Darlene. Y'all know the drill, fellas. Please speak to the ladies and be very respectful. But tonight, there's some topics that I want to discuss. First, I want to discuss our Knicks, right? Can we make history? A lot of teams haven't come back being down 3-1. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's only been done 3 times in the conference finals. That's the first topic. Second topic, I want to discuss, have we prematurely anointed Ant-Man? Because now y'all see the backlash. Now everybody jumped off the bandwagon. And then third topic, we're going to discuss Gilbert Arenas a little bit. Big Baby Sports is in the building. Big shout out Big Baby Sports, man. Family right there. But yeah, man, like I said, I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. But for me, y'all know y'all know what's going on. The algorithms, y'all know what's flooding social media. It's our Knicks. Our Knicks. Listen, since we've been in the playoffs, from the first round against Detroit, we've been nothing but a hot topic. Whether it's social media, whether it's national television, barbershop talk, cookout talk, corner talk, no matter what talk, the Knicks have been the hottest topic in sports right now. I'm sorry. The Yankees is doing good. The Mets is doing good. We're still the hot topic. You have golf going on. You have all type of sports going on. But the hottest ticket, the hottest topic is the Knicks. And let's take it to the past real brief. Detroit Pistons series. Everybody counters us out. Even Knicks fans. People was nervous, scared. We beat Detroit. Then we get to the big bad wolf. The Goliath. We were David. The Boston Celtics. The current champs until someone takes them down. Word was we wasn't going to win 1 game. We wound up winning 2 games on the road, being down 20, coming back. More of that story, we win the series. Now we get to Indiana. We have home court advantage. Oh, yes, Darlene, and the Liberty is doing good. But no matter who's doing good, the hottest topic is the Knicks. Now, we get to the Indiana Pacers series. And once again, people doubt us. Which they have every right to, because we lose both home games. We're the favorites. We lose our first 2 home games. And we blew a big lead. A la same thing happened as far as what we did to Boston. But now we dug ourselves a hole. We were down first 2 games. We win the 3rd game. We lose the 4th game. Down 3-1. Game 5 last night. We know you lose, you go home. You win, You live. You live to see another day. Rest in peace, Pops from Friday, right? Big win last night at home in the Garden, which for me was surprising because we don't play that well at home in the playoffs. But now, back against the wall still. We down 3-2. Being down 3-1, so I got to ask my people, can the Knicks make history? I'm going to ask y'all again. Can the Knicks make history? Can the Knicks do the impossible? Can the Knicks come back from being down 3-1, losing both your home games? Basically, game one, you just gave that away, being up 17 with under 7 minutes left, being up 15 with 2 minutes left, being up 10 with a minute left. That goes into overtime. You was up in overtime and you still lose that game. With all that being said, being down 3-1, now down 3-2, can the Knicks make history? Can the Knicks do the impossible? Can the Knicks do what nobody believed they can do? I'm going to say yes. Darlene Bryant, I agree. And let me explain why. Y'all thought we was going to lose to Detroit. Wrong. Y'all thought we wasn't going to win one game against Boston. Wrong. Now we're here in Indiana. For me, I had us winning in 7. Now, I'd rather us be up 3-2 going into Indiana, but I had us winning in 7. Indiana is a bad matchup for us. They're a good team, not a great team. I think people overblow Pauls, the Indiana Pacers. I'm not going to go as far as saying Halliburton is overrated. I disagree with that. He is a good point guard. But I think, even a couple years ago, might have been last year, but when Indiana played the Lakers in the play-in, people were trying to make Halliburton a super duper star. So the hype is already there. You see they're trying to push him. And when he has a good game, everybody puts him in their top 5 greatest point guards in the league. But then when he has a stinker, it's quiet out here. So for me, I don't fear Halliburton. I don't fear the Indiana Pacers. Last night, what the Knicks did is how we were supposed to be playing the whole series. You have to let them know you're not better than us. We have the 2 best players in the series. And I heard Stephen A. Smith say something. Big shout out to him, which I don't agree with nothing he says, but he's constantly saying the Indiana Pacers, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. Tori B is in the building. Good evening, Tori B. Fellas, please speak to the ladies. Be respectful. Tori B, my brothers, they can't be here today. They had some things to do. So I'm going to hold it down for about 30, 40 minutes. But it's all good. All love. Big shout out, Tori B. So Stephen A. Smith is constantly going on ESPN and saying that the Pacers are a better basketball team than us. And I challenge Stephen A. Smith. Yes, me. AllBall from AllBall TV. I challenge Stephen A. Smith to break that down. Thank you, Tori B. Y'all always got us. Love y'all in the chat. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. And y'all know the chat. I feed off y'all, Paul. So listen, all the love in the world. Love y'all to death. So Stephen A. Smith, I need you from AllBall TV, if you ever hear this, when you talk about our Knicks, please break it down. Break down how the Indiana Pacers are a better basketball team than us, because I 100% disagree. Now, do they have a better coach than us? I give you that. But who has the better starting 5? The Knicks or the Pacers? I'm going to ask again, Stephen Smith. Who has the better starting 5? Who has the best 2 players in the whole series? And then when you go to the bench, now that Josh Hart is coming off the bench, who's better? Josh Hart or Mathurin? Who's better? McConnell or Deuce? So for me, how is the Indiana Pacers better than the Knicks? No, that's totally false. They are being coached better than the Knicks. Oh, and by the way, they are being officiated better than the Knicks. You get all the calls. You win all your challenges. We play 8 against 5 every night. So for me, to bring it full circle, can we come back from being down 3-1 and do the impossible? I think it's only been done 3 times in the conference finals. Remember, Golden State came back being down 3-1 against OKC. I think, boy, I forgot who did it, maybe in the 70s, 80s. But it's only been done, if I'm not mistaken, 3 times. Yes, I think we can do it. But this is what it's going to take. It's going to take a collective, right? For us to go into Indiana tomorrow and win. Because tomorrow is going to be insane in Indiana. Listen, that is going to be bananas. The crowd is going to be crazy. Word is they already have everything set up with flights and hotels for their fans and people for the finals. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. Indiana already has everything set up for hotels and flights for them to be in the finals. So tomorrow, for us to walk into Indiana and do the unthinkable, the impossible, something that nobody thought we could do. Because like I told y'all, they didn't think we was going to beat Detroit. They told us we wasn't going to win one game against Boston. Now with Indiana, we had people picking Indiana over us. Tomorrow, here's the key. Here's the key. And I need y'all in the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do y'all agree with me? Let me know if I'm bugging. OG or Mikal Bridges is going to have the game of their life. I'm going to say it again. For the Knicks to win tomorrow night in Indiana, because it's going to be insane in there. Remember, they think they're going to the finals. For us to win tomorrow night, it's not about Brunson. It's not about Cat. Now, of course, we need the captain, Mr. Clutch, to beat him. Of course, we need Cat to stay out of foul trouble because we need him on the floor. But for me, for us to win, OG or Mikal Bridges tomorrow night is going to have the game of their life. They're going to have to be that legit third option. We are not going to win thinking that Cat and Brunson is going to be. No. OG or Mikal Bridges is going to have the game of their life. On both ends of the floor. We have to strike first. We have to strike first. We have to hit first. We cannot go down in double digits. We have to keep the game close. Remember, we keep the game close. We have the best player down the stretch. We have the clutch player of the year. So if we're close, if we're up 2 or 3, if we're down 1 or 2, we got the best player in the NBA when it comes to being in the clutch. Crunch time. The captain, El Capitan. Jalen Big Body Brunson. So for me, Indiana's going to be on fire. On fire. On fire. We have to go in there and impose. Because remember, y'all, people keep hyping Indiana. Correct. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Granted, respect. What happened to them in the Eastern Conference Finals last year when they ran up against a team who were better than them and let them know that they were better than them? Sweep. Sweep. Like I said last night on Knicks Rehab, we are treating Indiana special. They are not special. Salvatore, I agree. Take care of the basketball. No turnovers. Our basketball IQs tomorrow is going to have to be at an all-time high. Tom Thibodeau's going to have to coach his ass off. But for me, this game is about OG or Mikal Bridges. Tomorrow night, we need that third option to be legit. I'm sorry. We can't have 8 or 6 points by one of those guys. No. One of those guys is going to have to step up tremendously, hit open shots, and lock up. So for me, the Knicks can come back from 3-1. It's not impossible. It's been done. But it's only been done maybe 3 times in the conference finals. We know LeBron did it in the finals against Golden State with Cleveland Cavaliers, but we know, they got a little stimulus package. But tomorrow night, let me say this. The Knicks, every game is the most important game in Knicks history. Tomorrow night is the most important game in Knicks history in 25 years. This game will submit who's special. It will submit legacies. It will submit legendariness. Tomorrow night is this is where tomorrow night is why we traded for Cat. Why we gave up 5 picks for Bridges. Why we signed OG to the max. Why we put our future in Brunson when he saved us $100 million. Tomorrow night, it comes down to tomorrow night, y'all. The team we assemble all boils down till tomorrow night. Who's going to be special? Who's ready to be legendary? Who's ready to put their name in the history books? Yes, Tory B, I agree. Listen, Indiana, they want to celebrate at home. So, but I'm going to give us credit. We won that game. Indiana didn't give up. We won that game. They was going to have no chance winning that game. But Indiana think they slipped. They trying to celebrate home. But we here to spoil you the party. I'm being for real. Indiana already has everything set up with flights and hotel reservations for the finals. But can we come back down from 3-1? I need y'all in the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Once again, the Knicks, tomorrow night, game 6 against Indiana. In Indiana, down 3-2, backs against the wall. Can the Knicks win tomorrow and force a game 7 at home in the Garden? Can the Knicks do something that hasn't been done in a while? And it's almost impossible. Can the Knicks come back from being down 3-1? Is it possible? Is it possible? We will see tomorrow night. I think it's possible. Thumbs up, thumbs down, y'all. Y'all know me. I need y'all help in here. I'm flying solo. Big shout out AllBall TV. Big shout out Knicks Rehab. Big shout out to chat. My brothers Flea, Fabian, Uncle Ice, Kels, Dom Dropper, the AllBall TV family, and our extended family, the chat. Man, we love y'all like we love the game. Without y'all, there is no AllBall TV. But I'm going to ask again. Can the Knicks do the unthinkable, the impossible? Y'all said we was going to lose to Detroit in the first round. Y'all said in the second round we was going to win a game against Boston. And then now, in the conference finals, which we haven't been in 25 years, back against the wall down 3-2. Can we come back from 3-1 and force a game 7? Like I said, for me, I need y'all to tell me in the chat tomorrow what's the most important key for us to win tomorrow night. Game 6, give me your important key for the Knicks to be victorious against Indiana tomorrow night in Indiana. For me, we need a legit third option. I need OG or Mikal Bridges to have 20 plus, be efficient, and play out of their mind. Slim Slimmer said Tibbs. Okay, I respect that. Oh my God. Hold on. Tory B, you are the GOAT. Tory B, you are the GOAT. Appreciate you. The $49.99 from Tory B. Listen, man, the love she shows, the love all of y'all show is just out of this world. But goddamn, Tory B, we appreciate you so much. She said, yeah, it's possible, but we need that team that showed up for game 6 in Boston. I totally agree. And I was at game 6. No, for game 6 in Boston. Right. I was at game 6 in Boston. The energy was just insane. The confidence, Tory B, you are totally correct. We need game 6 in versus Boston in game 6 in Indiana. I totally agree. I think all the pressure's on Indiana. Nobody believes in us but us as Knicks fans. Even fake Knicks fans don't think we can win this series. But tomorrow night is the most important basketball game in Knicks history in 25 years. And when, not if, When we win tomorrow night, Game 7 will be the most important game in Knicks history in over 25 years. But yeah, I think tomorrow we have our confidence. You know, guys get some rest. That one day means a lot. Hopefully, Tibbs could go back deep into the bench. Like I said, Shaman yesterday off the bench, the energy to the defense, the tenacity was just at an all-time high. Loved it. But we need OG and Mikal Bridges. For me, preferably Mikal. We need one of them to have a great game. And if the bench can be solid, and like I said, we got to strike first. We cannot start off slow. We cannot get down double digits. And we cannot have a horrendous third quarter that we historically have every game. But I think tomorrow, I think we have all the confidence. But you know, we have to be careful. So for me, I'm taking us for the win tomorrow night. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to make history. I think it's about time that the Knicks be on the right side of history, not the wrong side of history. Because Lord have mercy, if we would have lost to the Indiana Pacers in 5, man, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done. But we live to fight another day. Tomorrow night, we need everybody locked in. Game 6, 8 o'clock in Indiana. Knicks versus Pacers. Can we force a game 7? Listen, y'all. Minnesota Timberwolves. Preferably Anthony Ant-Man Edwards. I have to ask y'all. Now, they played OKC in the Western Conference Finals. Minnesota once again got to the Western Conference Finals. You can't sneeze at that. You can't poo-poo at that. Big shout out Rob Parker. That's his word, poo-poo. I hear people say it, but that's where I got it from. The Minnesota Timberwolves, people thought this was their year. They ran into a juggernaut, OKC. OKC gentlemen swept them. I'm being honest. It looked like Minnesota didn't have a chance. But they have a player that people compare to Michael Jordan. So I have to ask y'all, have us as the basketball world, everybody from us, social media, ESPN, Fox Sports, all the analysts, former players, current players, have we prematurely anointed Anthony Edwards? I'm going to ask y'all again. Have we prematurely anointed Anthony Ant-Man Edwards? Now, my opinion, yes. Yes. People, you know, great player. Listen, what that young man's trajectory at this age is insane. Insane. He's only 23 years old. He has an organization on his back. He's the leader, the lead dog, the top dog. And for him to get the Minnesota Timberwolves back-to-back Western Conference Finals, you cannot sneeze at that. We call him the legend killer. Why? He knocks out LeBron, knocks out KD, knocks out Curry. But now that he's lost in a bad way, let's be real, they got their ass kicked. Minnesota got their ass kicked. Should we slow down with the Ant-Man face of the league talk? Because now everybody's turning on them. Now everybody's turning on them. So for me, y'all gotta remember, it's tough for me to just put guys up there like that if they haven't done anything. Big shout out to Flea and Fabian. They've been on the Ant-Man train. And he is a great player, but I used to always reserve. Oh, no, I'm not ready to say that yet. Now, the young man, like I said, what he's done with that Minnesota Timberwolves team, listen, legendary. But I'm going to ask again, do we have to slow down? Did Ant-Man backpedal? Next year, is Ant-Man going to be considered top 5 NBA basketball player? The way he lost in the conference finals to SGA and OKC? Now, when we talk about the top dogs, the tier 1 guys, the SGAs, the Jokers, the Lucas, the LeBrons, the KDs, the Currys, is Ant-Man in that tier? Or is Ant-Man in tier 2? I'm going to ask again. Next year, do we talk about Ant-Man in that tier 1 super duper star level? Or did he kind of take a back seat? Because let's be honest, that Minnesota Timberwolves team didn't have a chance against OKC. And for me, when you're the guy, when they compare you to Michael Jordan, when you're a great player, you're supposed to always have a chance. Always. For me, when you get swept or gentlemen swept, I don't know now if you can be a top 10 basketball player in the NBA. That's why for me, my Knicks, it was very important because I talk too much shit about Jalen Brunson. You can't get gentlemen swept. And then when the next season come in, we bragging and boasting about you. Now, granted, you in the Western Conference. Now, granted, thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs down if you can't. Let me know if I got to get back in the chat. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Sorry for the interruption. Thumbs up, y'all, if you can hear me. That's a thumbs up. Bet. So, for me, I don't. Ant-Man is a great player. He's on his way to being a great player. But we all have to be honest. The Ant-Man talk has to slow down. It has to slow down. And, I watch him at the podium. I'm not saying he doesn't work hard. I'm not saying I didn't like that he said he didn't want to be the face of the league. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Because now you're telling me you don't want to be great. I don't like that. That's me, right? But there you go. Look. Hey, yo, he think he's slick. Right on time.
Yeah, you know I yeah.
Right on time.
Sneak
Hold
right
on,
in there.
let me put my fan on. Hold
I
on.
sneak right in there on your ass. You thought you was gonna
That's
get
right.
away.
Right on time.
Are we live?
Always
Right on
good to
time.
see.
My OG. Chat, what up?
First and foremost, how was your Friday?
Yo, man, had the Friday from hell. Y'all know I smile. I smile through the bullshit all the time. I had the Friday from hell, but I'm here, man. I'm here.
Right.
What's good?
We're talking about as long as everybody's all right, healthy.
Everybody's
hey, man,
good.
we live to see another day like our Knicks.
That's a fact. We here.
Everybody in the chat, we got my brother Flea in the building. The big one. Never the little one.
The fucking biggest, y'all. What up?
Flea, real quick before we discuss a little more Ant-Man, just real quick, the first topic. I need to get your opinion.
What we got?
Two questions. One, down 3-1, now down 3-2. Can the Knicks do the unthinkable, the impossible, and make history? And two, I want two key things of what we have to do tomorrow night to go into Indiana game 6 and win that game and force a game 7. Please, I need to hear what you have to say.
I slept last night real good, man. I ain't slept good like that in a little while, right? I slept good finally after a Knicks performance. I swear, last night was probably I told you in Knicks Rehab, from start to finish, probably the best game I saw us play from start to finish on both sides of the basketball. Missed shots, whatever, turn the ball over, whatever. Our defense and the way we was on offensively, if we duplicate that, they can't fuck with us. They can't fuck with us. So do I think that we can do the unthinkable and come back down 3-1 and win the series? Absolutely. 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 I think that our best, once again, our best is better than their best. If they come out guns blazing and we come out and do what we do, I think that our best could be better than their best. But we just got to come out and replicate what we did last night, OG. We cannot,
right.
We cannot allow them to be comfortable. They did not get comfortable last night. They did not get comfortable.
So Flea, tomorrow night in Indiana, we know that place is going to be rocking. Word is, I seen something on social media today with Windhorse. He said Indiana already has reservations for the finals. Flights,
Hotel
hotel,
rooms,
combination.
hotels,
Right,
all that type of
everything.
shit. I heard it.
So give me 2 keys for you where what we have to do to win tomorrow night to be successful forcing game 7. Give me the 2 things in your opinion that we must do to win tomorrow night. Because that's what it's going to be, a hostile environment. And trust me, they're going to try to blow us out. So give me 2 things from your perspective that the Knicks have to do to be successful tomorrow night to force a game 7.
My perspective. Big shout out to Fabian PerspecTV, right? So I got 3. Can I give you 3? I got 3.
Of course. Of course.
So first one for me is punch first. We got to start the game off fast. We have to start the game off aggressive. We have to start the game off with a level of intensity and attention to just flat out winning the ball game. So we can't play from behind. We got to start out fast. 2, we have to play defense the way we did yesterday. And that means everybody. For the entire day, all day long, the first time ever, they were highlighting how good Jalen Brunson was on defense last night. There was a graphic that they showed where for the first 4 games, they was targeting Brunson, hunting Brunson, and guys shot 64% against him over the first 4 games. Last night, when whoever he was guarding shot 21% for the game last night. And so he has to be tough on defense. Obviously, he's a small guard, so he ain't going to get all the stops in the world. But don't be a liability. Don't be the guy that gets hunted out there on defense. You know, be the guy that's going to be tough, fights through screens, and just play tough out there on the defensive end. And the third thing for me is this: we got to bring some attitude. We got to bring some attitude. Like, we got to bring some attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talked about it just now. You said we going into Indiana, it's a hostile environment, and almost looked like they gave us the game 5 just so they could win on their home floor, celebrating their home arena, go to the finals. Tyrese Halliburton get Eastern Conference Finals MVP. You know, all that type of pomp and circumstance on their court. And if we are who I think we are, we're going to spoil that shit. We're going to spoil that shit. You niggas is not getting away. We got to come with a level of attitude. If you got to bump a nigga off the screen, you got to bump a nigga. OG, you saw that story, OG, and I'll pass it back to you. You saw the story where Kobe Bryant talks about the Olympics. And he's playing the Olympics, and they about to play Spain in the championship game. And on Spain is his teammate, Pau Gasol. Yeah. And they said, there's so many anecdotes from that moment. I heard Melo talk about it. I heard Braun talk about it. I've heard Pau talk about it. Right? You've heard so many people talk about that moment. For me, that is the type of moment and the type of tone we need to set. If you need to run through a screen on somebody and put somebody on their fucking back, that's what you need to do to set the tone. Like, it's not for play tonight. We coming for the win. So
that's a great point, right? Big shout out to everybody in the building. Please hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. If people don't know what Flea's talking about, please YouTube that. It's a legendary moment in just sports history with, you know, D Wade and LeBron was looking at Kobe like, what? Yeah, I'm running through his chest. And when they show the play, he runs right through his chest to set the tone. Like you said,
he runs through his chest.
And that's what Brunson did last night. Remember, the first 3 possessions, he scored, but he put his head down and said, yeah, this is what we doing tonight. We ain't going out like that. Flea, I totally agree. We have to punch first. Yes. We made the same points. We have to punch first, but we have to set a tone. And if it takes Mitchell Robinson, not Cat, because, you know, he's always in foul trouble. But if it takes Mitchell Robinson to run through somebody or, you know, just a hard foul, just to let them know Because Flea, you are correct. I haven't heard anybody say that yet. Attitude. We have to have that attitude because I'm watching Indiana attempt to be physical with us, attempt to punk us. They chirping, they talking crazy. And last night was the first time that we actually fought back in a sense where you watch Cat talking shit. You see Mitchell Robinson with the big block talking shit. You see, so Flea, you are 100% correct. But I think we'll win tomorrow night. We just have to, minimize the turnovers and just up here. We have to play a smart basketball game.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, I totally agree with you. That attitude that you just said, which is very underrated, because at times we don't have that attitude.
No.
At times it look like we give up.
Yeah.
We need that attitude, like Tory B said. Game 6 against Boston in the second round. That's the attitude we need. The attitude last night against Indiana. That attitude, Flea, we win this ball game, no problem. Before we move on, I gotta ask you. Tibbs is your guy. Now you know I'm being funny, but no jokes aside, what does Tibbs have to do tomorrow, in your opinion, to win this basketball game? Because it's also going to come down to coaching. Let's not act like we can't worry about coaching. It's all on the players. This is to get to Game 7. What does Tibbs have to do, Flea?
I wanna remind people, right, for the audience and for the people in the comments. My OG knows where I stand, and my brother Fabian knows where I stand. I am not a advocate or fan of Tibbs. I just know that good coaching is hard to come by in the NBA. So if we are gonna push him to the side, we gotta have a plan on bringing the next guy in because we have a win now team. We don't have a team that you bring in a young head coach and let him figure it out off the backs of guys that we always talk about. So many multiple guys have been to the finals. So many multiple guys have been now in deep playoff runs. If we bring a guy in, he's got to be ready to help lead us and take us over the next hump, which is the finals or the championship. So that's where I stand with Tibbs. But in terms of tomorrow night, he's got to trust the things that he does or the adjustments that he's made. He's got to trust them. He's got to trust them. If you're figuring out lineups that work, if you see that Landry Shamet is earning minutes playing defense, if you see that DeLon Wright is a bigger guard that could be out there and cause havoc against Halliburton, you got to trust that. If you know that starting Mitchell Robinson is the tone that we like to set, you got to trust that. Mitch set like 3 screens that freed up Jalen Brunson on those first 3 possessions. I mean, one of them was an ISO, but how Brunson got free was because of great screens set by Mitchell Robinson. Hence, Tibbs put him in the starting lineup. He's got to trust that if I go back and watch film, Game 5 was a masterpiece. Game 6 against Boston, masterpiece. Go back and reference the closeout game against Detroit, right? Masterpiece.
Right.
Like, go back to the games where you saw success in using your bench. Don't revert back to, these are my guys, I got to roll with my horses. No, we in a playoff series, certain things are working. What he has to do in Game 6, OG, is trust your guys. Trust the guys that have been doing. That's a big win the other night because of guys off the bench. Trust your guys.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. I 100% totally agree. I'm hoping, like you said, Tibbs is watching film of the games that we were successful when he went deep into the bench, and I really hope he's watching film because we have to offset everything that they do. When McConnell comes in the game, we have to have someone to offset that.
Yes.
Because as much as I despise him, he's a game changer for the Pacers. Against us, he's a game changer.
OG, Shamit was in his pocket. Game 6 was in his pocket. Like,
exactly. So I totally agree. We just need Tibbs, the coach. Go back to the tape, to the film, and look at what went right, and that's what you go with. Like I said, you have the better team. You have the 2 best players in the series. So, it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park, but I agree, Flea. You killed that. I agree. This Ant-Man topic, I talked about it a little bit. You jumped in right on time.
Yeah.
You and Fabian Ben was telling me about Ant-Man, which I know he's a great player, but you know me, I am a hater. I don't run from that.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to be good but our Knicks, right? But some guys is undeniable. Kid is his trajectory to be great is ridiculous. He's only 23. So that means this young man has at least 10 to 12 more years to be this, right? Back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances. Can't sneeze at that. But let's be honest. His performance against OKC, being gentleman swept. What is your opinion on that? Have us as the basketball world, the basketball community, have we prematurely anointed Anthony Ant-Man Edwards?
I don't think we've prematurely anointed him. I think at this point now, he is a bona fide superstar. I don't think there should be any argument there anymore. He has led his team to back-to-back conference finals, like the opportunity to go and play in the finals. Has he won? No, he has not. Does he have things that he needs to get better at? For sure. And I hope we could talk about a little about that right now. He has a ton of things to get better at. But for sure, I think we jumped out there and tried to put a league on his back that, one, he's not ready for yet, and two, he hasn't done the things necessary to earn that, right? I think we got to be fair right now on how we're starting to look at the NBA. And when I mean we, I mean, we in the media now, OG, so we a part of them, baby. You know what I'm saying? We look at this stuff, and fans too, right? The way we look at this is, right, subconsciously we understand LeBron is 40. Steph is 37. Kevin Durant is 36. The most recent faces of the league are getting older, and they're about to be out of here, right? So we know that in the back of our minds. The people at hand that are talking about the game, they know that. And so they're doing everything in their power to try to force something that I think always happens naturally. The face of the league thing just happens naturally. It just kind of flows, and you just kind of know. And then if you have conversation about it, it's like, well, yeah, LeBron is the face of the league. Well, shit, yeah, Jordan is the face of the league. But like, none of that is for all of these guys earned it, right? Jordan earned it throughout his time. You know, I would argue Kobe had a moment where he was the face of the league. He had to resurrect himself and earn that. Obviously, LeBron was the face. You have Steph, you have Kevin Durant. I just don't think that it's happening organically. Let this young man grow. He's young. I don't think he's mature enough yet either to be the face of the league. I think he's 23. I think he's a great basketball player, but I also think he's 23 years old, and I think he embraces the fact that he's 23. You know, you have some young guys that want to embrace wanting to be mature and wanting to, be an older soul. I think he embraces being young, and he don't really understand what is in the palm of his hands right now. Maybe a second loss in a row in the Western Conference Finals, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander bust y'all ass. Bust y'all ass.
Yes.
No. Hold on, OG. Bust y'all ass. Tore y'all up in that conference finals. He is special, but he killed them. So if it takes that for him to go to the summer, because for me, OG, I don't know if much of his game needs any fine tuning. Yeah, he might need to get to a mid-range a little more. He made the most threes in the league, right? Like, so how much more fine tuning? He's gonna get better and better, of course, but I just think it's his approach. He's a little young and he ain't ready yet.
So, Flea, that was a great point, right? But see, this topic right here, we're gonna take a little time on this. Now that how you broke that down, now I got you up here. This right here, I want us to discuss for a bit. So, I'm gonna say something that people may disagree with, but just think. When did Michael Jordan and God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant, where were they at their fifth year, their fifth season in the NBA? As far as
So
basketball wise.
so Jordan in year five, that's what, 89, 88? If Jordan's first season
Oh,
is the 85 season, the 84, 85 season, then his fifth year is 90,
okay.
89, 90.
And,
So
and
by
right.
that time, he's won an MVP, he's won Defensive Player of the Year, he's probably won a couple scoring titles. No real playoff success yet. He probably hasn't even been as deep in the playoffs as Ant-Man has been. Maybe
Right.
a conference
Right.
finals, maybe, but he didn't have a lot of success in the playoffs, a lot of individual accolades. Probably the best player in the league in year five.
Now stay
For
there.
sure.
Now stay there. But that fifth year, you've seen the difference from the prior year to, correct?
For sure.
Now,
Okay,
you
Michael
being
James, you
a
said, okay,
big
conference finals of the Pistons. I was trying to remember
right
if he by that
right,
time. Okay.
right. Now see, listen, because nobody breaks shit down like AllBall TV. Watch.
Nobody.
What I'm about to say, nobody, right? So, fifth year Michael Jordan, we seen
Yep.
the big difference from the third and fourth year Michael Jordan. Fifth year, it was obvious.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
this
was out of
motherfucker is
control.
it. Kobe Bryant, Flea, you know this better than anybody. His fifth season in the NBA, where was he at as a basketball player?
Me? For you you asked me in year five, Kobe Bryant might have been the best player. To ask Shaq said he was the best player in the
No,
league in
but
year
but
five. Year five is like 22 for Kobe, which is crazy.
now,
But he was a
Flea, hold
champion.
on, Flea.
He was a
Flea,
champion. He was phenomenal.
Fleet from year 3 and 4 to 5, what was the difference you saw? The Kobe Bryant third, fourth season, and then fifth season where, okay, this motherfucker's the truth, like you just said about Mike. What did you see?
Honestly, for me, my vantage point, it's approach. It's really about the seriousness of what we're doing. When you look, there's this clip going around right now of Jordan making his first appearance in Dallas against the Dallas Mavericks in the old reunion arena, and he's a rookie and he's walking through the airport or arriving at the airport, and it's 1985, 84. So he's
Right.
smiling, he's happy, right, and all that shit is joy. Not saying these guys didn't play with joy in their year fives. What I'm saying is these niggas was ready to kill you. They was ready to kill you. And I don't see, he's a great player. I just don't see him ready to kill nothing yet. He's not out there ready to kill nothing.
Flea, I love what me and you are doing right now. Big shout out to the chat. Y'all, please hit that like button. Bear with me. My point is this. For me, there's no more excuses for Ant-Man. Fifth season, going on his sixth, if I'm not mistaken. Ant-Man can be, I'm going to say it, this generation's Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Now,
Sure.
I'm not talking about accolades, but he has the physique, he has the size, he has the handle, he has the athleticism. But I'm going to tell you what he's missing. And he needs to watch Jordan and Kobe Bryant. All summer, this is what Ant-Man needs to do. Watch Jordan and Kobe Bryant from year 1 to year 5 going into year 6. Jordan, fadeaway. Kobe Bryant, footwork. Ant-Man, what is your move? What are you known for? He has to figure that out, Flea. He has to figure that out. He can be the best two guard in the NBA by far.
He could be the best player.
There's no more excuse.
He could be the best player in the NBA if he wanted to be.
Right. So my point is, back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances. I love it. But his game didn't change. SGA from last season to this season, you see the difference. Oh,
Sure.
I know how to get to the free throw line. Whether we like it or not, Flea, Ant-Man I didn't see an upgrade. I didn't see progress. You said something, Flea, earlier. You wanted to break down some things that he needs to get better at. Let me hear some of those things.
Well, I'll say this. To his credit, I think he added the 3-ball, right? He hit the most threes in the NBA this season, and you got guys like Steph Curry and some of the best shooters in the league running around, Buddy Hield and all these type of niggas that run around and shoot the ball at a high clip. He made the most, right? But I think he leaned into that a little too much, right? That's something that you add to your game, but the type of player that you are, that shouldn't be what you go to. You just talked about What do you go to? Who are you? And your go-to should not be a tween, 3-dribble pull-up 3, right? That's not should be. You can take advantage of your matchup at all points of the floor, right? When the game, here's the thing, OG. I don't think the game has really slowed down for him. I don't think he's realized that he's the type of player that can force all other 9 guys on the floor to play at his pace. When you played with Jordan, you was going at Jordan. Jordan, I'm going to control this game. Forget my point guard, whatever. We're going to be a team, but I'm in control of my guys and the other guys because I attract that much attention. Same thing for Kobe Bryant. When Kobe started to become big, it was, I'm going to control the pace. And when I mean the pace, I mean the temperature of the game, the attitude of the game. Nobody else is going to be in control, not even the referees. They were that great. Ant has the ability to be that great, but it ain't slowed down yet. Understand that you could get to the block and get to the free throw line like that. Get a couple easy. You could get 8 to 10 baskets with your back to the basket. Who going to stop you? Get that in your bag. Like you said, his footwork has to get better. And he has to start to understand that there's nobody that can guard him. So stop bailing people out with 3-pointers. I say that about Jason Tatum all the time. Jason Tatum is 6'10" and takes sidestep threes and fadeaway jumpers against guys that are 6'8", 6'7", 6'6", that he could shoot right over. Take advantage of your matchup. So I think that's what he got to focus on. Footwork, being able to have a post game. He don't have that. I don't see him getting. And the elite guys have it.
Yeah, Flea. That's the point I'm getting to. That's why, for me, as great as Ant-Man is, and I agree, he's a superstar. He's one of the best players in the NBA. I don't like that he's running from wanting to be the face of the league. I don't like that answer that he gave. But the Michael Jordan comparisons, the Kobe Bryant, he needs to watch their film. He needs to get a signature move, and he needs to work tremendously on his game. Because you always say this. Have you peaked? Have you hit your ceiling? Has the league caught up to you? We watched SGA take a tremendous leap. SGA went back and watched James Harden and said, okay, this how I'm going to get better. Y'all ain't got to like it. But I'm going to draw some fouls and get to the free throw line. And now he's an MVP and he's in the finals. So for me, that's why I always reserve ready to anoint Ant-Man. Because I'm going to be honest, I see the back and forth. I see some of the dog in you. But do I see the work ethic of a Jordan, of a Kobe? No. And for you to be great, for you to be legendary, Flea, that legendary, this word that we all preach about, you have to get better every year. And now he has to realize, remember, once Jordan and Kobe was in season 5 or 6, it was off to the races. Now it's championships. Remember that now in the next 10, 15 years, how many championships are you going to have? How many championships appearances are you going to have? Flea, Ant-Man has to understand that he is great enough to do this. But I don't know if he wants it. Is he scared? Is he nervous?
But that's
please explain.
Right. But that's it right there, OG. I think what I was talking about early on, it's a maturity thing. He's up here. He got something at the palm of his hands that he don't really understand. He don't really understand what he got. When you say things like, you know, I'm sad, I'm hurt for Mike Conley. Like, yeah, respectfully be hurt for a guy who's a little older, who might be getting out the league, who might not get a chance to win a championship. Okay. But you got to hurt for yourself too, young fella. This got to hurt too, that you lost to the MVP. He put a trophy in the air in front of you. Right? They had a celebration. And
Flea, hold on. And listen, the people can say what they want. He's taking your shine. He's taking your spot. Like you give it a, like now when we talk about who's the best players in the league, oh, it's another dog that enters that conversation now.
sure.
How many listen, Kobe, Mike, they ain't allowing nobody else to enter that conversation. You heard what Mike said about Clyde Drexler? Look, no disrespect to Clyde, great player. But I felt some way about that.
Yeah.
So I'm going out there to let y'all know Clyde can't fuck with me.
Kobe Bryant,
listen,
he loved Dwayne Wade. He used to love D-Wade.
Hey, Flea.
He would not
Flea,
let
how
D-Wade
many
get. Oh my God.
Flea, how many players said Kobe told them I'm better than Mike? So for me, Ant-Man, how many dogs are you going to allow in your yard? That's my thing with these guys. Flea, go ahead.
No, it's just, you know, when he says things like what he was saying about Mike Conley, and, you know, I'm 23, I got time. Like, you can't take that for granted, big dog. You can't take for granted being in the Final Four and being in the Western Conference Finals and thinking you're going to make trip after trip after trip after trip there, and with the opportunity to get to the finals. You're a great player. You're a great player, but you better believe you're going to start to understand the business of basketball. You're going to start to understand that your team is going to look different. You don't have control of that. And he hasn't experienced losing yet, right? He hasn't experienced being the guy with a spotlight on him and losing, right? How do you deal with that? Like, so there's a lot of shit that he ain't dealt with yet, OG. So I don't think he has the mental makeup yet to even think about taking over the association, the league. He's not there. He's not there yet. And again, this has nothing to do with off the court things, but it does, right? It's all encompassing. It's all together. Like, how do you start to understand what you have? And you know, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. That Western Conference is just gonna keep getting better and better.
Big shout out FYF Sports, man. Lamar in the building,
FYF.
man. Yeah, man. Listen, he shows so much love. Great brother. FYF is in the building. And Lamar, we got to give you your props. When we talked about the Indiana Knicks series, you called it. You said you could guarantee that Halliburton is going to lay 1 or 2 eggs in the series. So he definitely was spot on about that. But I seen this comment. Big shout out FYF Sports, man. If y'all haven't, subscribe to that page, man. That brother, they doing great things over there. And they show love to AllBall TV. Much love from us to FYF Sports. But I'm going to be honest, Flea. I'm tired of hearing excuses for the young guys. I'm tired of it. Year 5, 6. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. You have the skill set. You have the talent to be the best player in the NBA. Take that on, Flea.
Think about the narratives for those guys, though, at the time. And big shout out to Lamar, for real. Like, but think about the narratives at those times. Jordan was the greatest player in the game, but you can't win. You're not a winner. Yeah, he could score the basketball, but he ain't shit. He ain't a winner. He's not with Isaiah, Bird, Magic. He's not with those guys because he's not a winner. That wasn't appealing to folks. He was an alien, but he didn't win shit. So it's like, okay, so there was an expectation. He wasn't winning. You looked at Bean. Let's be honest. By year 5, 6, if Bean ain't great, Shaq don't win. Let's call a spade a spade. If Bean is not great, like great at 21, 2, 3, 4, if he's not great at a young age, that nigga don't win. Flat out. Shaq don't win. Call it what you want. Shaq is great. He doesn't win if Kobe Bryant ain't great. So, yes, there was an expectation for those young guys, man. Anthony Edwards, you know, it's time to start taking the game serious. Like, yeah, you here. Stop being happy that you here.
But you know what, Fleet? Before we move on to the last topic, my guy in the
Turbo.
building, Turbo. What
Turbo.
up, Turbo? My thing is this. This is no disrespect to Ant-Man. To me, this is props. When remember, when you're spoken about, when you're like a topic, when people are saying we want you to be the face of the league, take that challenge. When we're comparing you to Jordan and Kobe as far as your skill set, bro, that's a compliment. We not up here disrespecting Ant-Man. But for me, everybody know how I give it up. You in year 5, 6. You have it all. Add more to your game. Like you said, at first, Mike, he just athletic. You know what he did? Got stronger. Got a fadeaway. Got a better jump shot. So, for me, I just think Ant-Man needs to understand the position that he's in and understand that you have about 10, 15 more years to be great. And you can put your name up there with the greats. But he just got to lock in. Like I said, Kobe and Jordan, year 5 and 6, it was already known. They them dudes. Ant-Man needs to take that leap. It should be no comparisons when it comes to shooting guards in the NBA. Whether it's Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Luka, Kyrie, Ant-Man supposed to be like, bruh, y'all not in my league, y'all not on my level. Because like I said, when they tried to compare Clyde Drexler to Michael Jordan, and Clyde was great, Mike said, y'all motherfuckers done lost your mind. Who? Oh, no, I'm going to let y'all know. So for me, that's what Ant-Man has to do. He got embarrassed in the Western Conference Finals, Flea.
Yeah, he got
We ain't gonna run from that.
Nah, he got
Not on
torched.
AllBall TV.
He got torched. I think
Right. We ain't running from that. Go ahead, Flea.
No, I think OG and this, because this is a whole nother thing. We probably go off on a tangent. I know we got one more topic to tap in with, but like we got to start to understand, man, that dogged competitive nature is so rare nowadays, man. And when we see it, it's surprising, right? When we see Giannis, the way he competes, like we really want it, right? And you can see the way it comes off of him, right? When you see, a healthy, like when Damian Lillard was competing, you could see like when Russell Westbrook was competing, like those guys stick out because that dogged competitive nature is not like common anymore. I'm not saying guys don't love the game. Guys ain't great. Of course they are. But the days of wearing your heart on your sleeve as a hooper, that don't happen often no more. So we gotta I know we want that, but that Michael Jordan shit, that Kobe Bryant shit, even that D Wade shit, these guys was like uber competitive. These niggas ain't, it's a little different. So it's unfortunate, but it's a way different now.
Yeah. Listen, man. AllBall TV in the building. Big shout out everybody showing up in the chat, showing love. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. Now, real quickly, I just want us to laugh for the next maybe 5-10 minutes.
What you got?
Big shout out our favorite guy, our favorite podcast, Gilbert Arenas, Gil's Arena, right?
Those are right now.
We always have fun with Gilbert. But I'm going to be honest, I got to ask y'all a question, especially Flea. If Fabian, if our great editors in the building, if he could pull up Gilbert Arenas talking about OKC. There we go.
He already had it. He had it dialed. My dog.
Great segue.
Some people out there said the Thunder had a 0% chance.
Y'all should have brought him on here. I think that was Cemetery Larry. Well, unless y'all got a clip, I don't know.
What percent chance do you give the Thunder to reach the NBA Finals?
I gave them 0.
I think I'm about to say, yeah.
0?
To reach the final? You
Yeah.
said finals, right? Brother, they already showed you. If they don't blow that whistle for him on his fouls, it affects them really bad. Like, I remember saying something like that, but I'm pretty sure since, you didn't bring him on the couch to defend himself, I'm just going to put it on him.
I give him 0.
Me, if I would have said that dumbass shit, it would have been because we had Luka and LeBron, and I'm
third place Los Angeles
I was
Lakers were still in the
100%
playoffs.
thinking that they was going to win it. So if they're going to win it, then there was fucking no way they had a chance. But I wouldn't say nothing stupid like that.
Big shout out our favorite guy, man, Gilbert Arenas. All love over here. But I got to be honest, Fleet. Can we say Gilbert might not know jack shit about basketball? Because I don't know if he's trolling anymore. And I'm going to be honest. I rocks with Brandon Jennings. I'm not listening to nothing Brandon Jennings says when it pertains basketball, bro. I gotta ask you, Fleet, at this point, for Gilbert Arenas to say OKC has 0% chance of getting to the finals when they've been the best team in the NBA all season, they had the best player in the NBA all season. It was clear cut. SGA was winning the MVP. Can we sit up here and say Gilbert Arenas ain't trolling? He may have been great at playing the game, but can he really assess the game? And does he know the game? Because he's wrong all the time. Seriously, is he covering up trying to be funny?
Look at that face. Big shout out to our producer, man. Look at that guy's face. Look at his face.
Hey Gil, we love you over here too, but
we do love you, Gil. We do.
We gotta call a spade a spade.
Listen.
Every time I hear you talk, you ain't right. You always wrong. 0%? Fleet, 0% chance?
That's insane. That's insane.
And he was serious. He wasn't trolling. 0% chance? Fleet, I need to ask you, at this point, can we say now, just because you played the game at a high level, doesn't mean you know the game? Talk to me.
Two.
Talk to me.
Two. Let me say something to you, man. Let me say something to you real quick.
Come on.
I have these arguments with myself, by myself, in the bathroom, in the car, on the ride home, at work. In my mind, I have these battles in my mind because I'm so mad at some of these anointed, honorable, great professional basketball players that we lauded over some of these dudes. And as soon as these niggas open their mouths, I'd be like, oh my God, why did I think you were a smart human being? Some of these niggas are ridiculous, OG. They are ridiculous. Like, absolutely. And what you just said is funny because it's hard to tell, because everybody wants to be entertaining and funny. It's hard to tell who's trolling and who's not, right? Like, I want to have one-on-one conversation with you to understand, like, well, are you serious or are you not serious? Like, help me understand if you're just joking because you want people to click on what you're doing, or you really feel this way, because some of the takes are just like, they grotesque, they nasty.
Hold on, did you see Brandon Jennings just agree with him that quick? He didn't even think about it. How could you say OKC had 0% chance of getting to the finals? Like, seriously, you wasn't trolling. You were serious. Remember, because you're a LeBron fan, so when Lakers got Luka, you went berserk. That's neither here nor there. But Flea, I'm going to be honest, bro. I listen, Gilbert Arenas, to me, they got one of the best platforms, very entertaining. Sure. But at the same time, we got to call a spade up here. Yo, Gilbert, you be sounding crazy, bro. And us up here, for me personally, half the time I don't think you trolling. You be believing that shit you be saying, and you be dead wrong. Dead wrong.
The NBA stamp is fire. Don't get me wrong, because as basketball purists like ourselves, we love the game. So don't get me wrong. It's not a disrespect to your game, but unfortunately, as lovers of the game, we always equate a nigga that's nice to actually know the game. It's unfortunate. We set bad expectations because as soon as these niggas open their mouths, it's like, no, shut up, please. Don't ever talk again. I don't never want to hear you talk basketball again, ever. Because it's just like they jump out the window and say some dumb shit. So, you know, it gets bad. It gets bad. It gets very bad. It's entertaining. It's funny. It's love. But you know, in my humble opinion, the conversations that I have in the chat with my brothers and former teammates and Knicks Rehab, I think you get more authentic conversation about the game. We ain't got no relationships. We ain't got no agendas. So we're gonna say how we feel. And it's gonna be real. And it ain't gotta be, oh, because I didn't play in the league, I don't know what I'm talking about. Basketball's not hard. If you love it and you invested in it, it ain't hard to be able to understand what the fuck is going on. So
Yeah. I just wanted us to laugh at that because, like I said, man, big shout out David Smith. Yeah, let's go. Listen, hey David Smith, we
Yes,
watch every.
we
Yeah,
acknowledge that.
yeah. Listen, big shout out
We
Gilbert
acknowledge
Arenas,
that.
man. But like I said, I just had to laugh at
You
that
watch
because
us. You watch us, Cat.
right. I just had to
That's
laugh
Cat. You
at
know
that.
that's Cat Burner.
Yeah, I had to laugh at Gilbert because, like I said, you cannot make a statement like that and just be totally wrong. You get what I'm saying, Flea? You listen. You can't say that and then that team is actually in the finals and they whipped Minnesota and Ant-Man's ass. You cannot say that. So big shout out Gilbert Arenas, but at this point, bro, your takes with the basketball got to be a little better, especially for our Knicks. Listen, man, that's it for evenings with AllBall TV this evening. I hope everybody have a great weekend. Get all the rest you can get. Clear your schedule tomorrow. Everything is canceled tomorrow. Everything. Listen, if you just happen to want to die tomorrow, don't. Die on Sunday. It's game 6 tomorrow. Knicks versus Pacers. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Clear your schedule. Clear your own funeral. Flea, you heard me? If you decide to want to pass away tomorrow, wait till Sunday. Clear everything.
I saw you post that shit. I was crying.
Nothing else matters.
Don't die on Sunday. Don't die on Saturday.
Right. Die on Sunday, nigga. Game 6 tomorrow. Flea. 30 seconds. What do you expect tomorrow? Game 6.
I expect good energy from Jump Ball. I expect us to be aggressive. I expect us to understand the moment. I expect us to play tough defense. I expect us to share the basketball. I expect us to make high IQ plays. I expect our bench to come in and give good energy. I expect Tibbs to be out there coaching a 48-minute game. I expect guys to take care of the basketball. I expect guys not to make dumb fouls. I expect guys to go into Indiana and get a motherfucking win. Like, get a win. Bring this shit back to the Garden, man. Bring it back to the Garden, man. Bring it back to the Garden. Game 7. Now it's up. Now it's 0-0. Now it's the NCAA tournament game. Now what? Now we bring it back to the Garden and we do work. So I expect us to get a win tomorrow night. Fully expect that.
Flea, tomorrow night, this is why the moves we made is for tomorrow night. The Cat move, the Bridges move, the re-signing OG to the max. Basically letting Brunson know you are our future. Tomorrow night, it all boils down to that. We're going to see who's special. We're going to see if Bridges is worth 5 picks, if OG is worth the max, and if it was worth trading for Cat. Tomorrow night tells it all, Flea. Tomorrow night is the moment. I expect us to win, but tomorrow night is the moment. Listen, man, Flea, we out of here. Get all the rest you can get. Tomorrow night is going down.
See you tomorrow.
We be here tomorrow.
Win, lose, or draw, we will be here.
Yes.
Are we live?
From AllBall TV to y'all.
Never the little one.
Have a great night. Have an even better week. Have an even better weekend. Tomorrow night, Game 6. Tune in. Knicks Rehab. We will be in the building, y'all. Everybody have a great weekend. Good night.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like comentario.
Y suscribe.